This is a demonstration of going downstairs with 3 people assisting. This technique can be used for any patient, but is especially recommended for patients who are unable to assist with this process. So start with the patient turned sideways to the steps with their brakes on. If the patient has good head control, then remove the headrest to create more room for the spotter in the back. The anti-tipper should also be removed, as well as any backpack that might be on the chair. And all of these can be placed at the bottom of the steps. The spotter is then going to hold onto the patient's chair and remove the brakes. And then at this point, the spotter will tilt the patient back into their wheelie position and roll them up to the first step. The back spotter is going to stand with their feet in a stride position with one foot underneath the chair and the other foot back so that they have a wide, stable stance. The front 2 spotters are going to assist by holding onto the frame of the chair, not the footrest, and with their other hands on the wheel. They should also stand in a stride position. The commands for going down are ready, lower. Ready is a question, making sure that everyone's in position and ready to assist, and lower is when you move the chair down the step. When lowering, the back spotter should counterbalance the chair by sitting back on their top leg, while the front spotters slow the descent of the chair. So the sequence will look like this. Ready?
Ready?
Lower. Once down the step, the front spotter should reposition their feet and then push down on the front end of the frame to regain the wheelie position. They'll also stabilize the chair by pushing the wheel back against the step. Once they have this position, they'll say holding.
Holding.
So that the back spotter can reposition one foot on the same step as the chair and with their other foot back. And then the repeated sequence will look like this. Ready?
Ready?
Lower.
Holding.
Ready?
Ready?
Lower.
Holding.
Ready?
Ready?
Lower. Once at the bottom of the stairs, the patient can be turned sideways and the brakes put back on the chair, while the anti-tippers and headrest are put back in position. And that's the sequence for going downstairs with 3 people assisting. This is a demonstration of going upstairs with 3 people assisting. This technique can be used for any patient, but is especially recommended for patients who are unable to assist with this process. Start with the chair turned sideways to the stairs and the brakes on. If the patient is able to hold their head by themselves, the headrest should be removed to create more room for the spotter in the back. The anti-tippers and any backpack that's on the chair should also be removed, and all of these can be placed at the top of the stairs. The spotter was then going to hold onto the chair while taking the brakes off, and they'll back the patient up to the first step. The back spotter should stand with their feet on the first and third step and should either squat down on the top step or kneel so that they can get close to the chair and be pulling with their legs and not with their back. The spotter is then going to pull the patient back into their wheelie position, and the front 2 spotters are going to assist by holding onto the front part of the frame, not the footrest, and with their other hand on the wheel, standing in a stride position so that they are also protecting their backs. The front spotters are helping to maintain the wheelie position by pushing down on the front end of the frame and then also pushing the wheel back against the step to stabilize the chair. The back spotter is going to be in charge of the instructions, which are ready, dip, pull. Ready is a question, making sure that everyone's in position and ready to assist. Dip means that the patient is going to be tilted backwards past their balance point to create momentum to pull up the step. And then on pull, the back spotter will pull the patient up the step while the front 2 spotters will assist by rolling the wheels up the step. And the sequence will look like this. Ready?
Ready.
Dip, pull. Once up the step, The front spotters will reposition their feet, and then we'll push down on the front end of the frame to regain the wheelie position. Once they have this position, they'll say holding,
Holding.
which means the back spotter is free to move both feet up a step. And the repeated sequence will look like this. Ready?
Ready.
Dip, pull.
Holding.
Ready?
Ready.
Dip, pull.
Holding.
Ready?
Ready.
Dip, pull. Once at the top of the stairs, the patient should then be turned sideways to the steps, the brakes put back on, while the anti-tippers are put back in place. As well as the headrest and backpack. And that's the sequence for going upstairs with 3 people assisting.